China is so clever in this strategy. You know, they saw Pearl Harbor, and they know if you wake the great giant of America, you will not win. And they are trying not to wake us. They are slowly, insidiously, we call it the gray zone conflict, but they act in ways that do not trigger our national security ire or the ire of Congress. Now with 5G, we're starting to tickle American ire that how the hell can America lose out on 5G altogether? And when you do the forensics, it's because China stole, lied, and cheated, and then duplicated and dominated the market and put all those businesses out of business. And they're doing the same with space industry right now because they see the power of space. Right. They see all the industries that are going to change the information domain, the energy domain, and the water domain globally. They want to tap into those markets so they become prosperous and not America. And so all these companies are going out of business. So this is why it's so important to remind people that we need to act like we're at war. Like Doolittle.
This is an economic war.
Right. Doolittle, the war was pretty stark because Pearl Harbor had happened and Americans knew they better tighten their belt and do something or we're going to all be speaking German or Japanese in the future. Americans need to realize that even though this is subtle, even though it's not in the daily newspaper, it is as violent and as risky for the civilization and our republic as World War II was. But it's on the economic front and it's below the threshold of war. And if we don't realize that and act in chorus as a nation, standing up and saying, I want to know where the money's coming from. I want to invest things that are changing information, water, and energy, and the way we use it as a society and the way we benefit and be prosperous. Because two things will happen. One, America will save itself and we will be able to not have China dominate us.
And we'll lead the world into liberty.
And we truly can do what humanity has never been able to do before. We will be able to reach to the heavens for an infrastructure, an investment. It's like the Panama Canal, the Suez Canal of the industrial age we are doing in the information age. You can build in space the ability to bring information, energy, and water from space delivered to any person on Earth and responsibly and morally and ethically allow us to be prosperous and peaceful with one another.
You know, there's a couple of points I want to take from Doolittle. One of them was he bombed in Tokyo and then he had to go land in China. And he learned the people that would come visit the Doolittle reunions were many times Chinese people. The people are phenomenal people.
They are.
And they were our allies then. It was a bad system that came after that that has caused problems. And the second one, the point that you're making is we have an opportunity if we will pay attention. This is an economic war. That's why we built an economic war room, why we have good people like you come and visit us in the economic war room to get this story out. That's why we've developed the NSIC, National Security Investment Consultant Institute. You're making the right points. It's an economic war and everybody needs to get together and work together like we did in World War II to win this battle.
That's right.
Humanity is at stake here.
And the beautiful thing is that we can make the human condition better if America leads. Because if we build that infrastructure in space that can do all these things, our values will rule. But if China builds that infrastructure first, China's values will rule. And that's why the Space Force is so important. That's why that law will look back in history and that law will be seminal. It will be a key element in history because it begins this journey of defending American values in the marketplace of space. Because if we don't defend it, the pirates, thieves, and thugs that always come into a space like that, or those that lie, cheat, and steal, will steal away everything good Americans build. And China has shown the propensity to do that in the past.